The studs. Here's the power steering on this thing. It's kind of neat. A little bit of movement on this bell crank equates to a lot on the steering rod. So when you run the hydraulic valve up there in the steering column, that runs the fluid to one of these two ports, depending on which way you're going. Directs it to the end of the hydraulic cylinder or directly to the front. And there's your steering, which that actually don't move. The cylinder itself moves. Pretty slick. Pretty slick. Probably. We did finally get a little rain last night. Got a lot of wind. It tore up the swing we had and the canopy that I put over the condenser outside. It flipped it over and tore it up. Well, at least now if we have to pull the head, we a little closer there, and I'm leaning towards, yeah, that's what we're going to have to do. The radiator's heavy. tire that was going down in the front is no longer going down, but they do that sometimes. It's on that sweet spot, and it, nope, that is a half. It's on that sweet spot, and it puts pressure on the hole, I guess, and it quits leaking. Really should have brought my cordless impact out of here. Breaker bar. Guys, I still don't want to take that starter out and have to pull on that, on the flywheel teeth to unstick this thing. But we're getting more and more like that's what we're going to have to do. I'm thinking we can get a bar in here and maybe, I don't know. There's really not many other options. But let's keep going. See what we can come up with. Yeah, I couldn't believe we got that little rain last night. I didn't even think we was in the realm of having a chance of rain, which was a nice little surprise. And a big old thermostat. She is a big one. Alright guys, I'm back out here. Had to go get my son breakfast, help my wife with the kiddos so they can get off to the late service at church. And now I'm gonna try to get this head off of this thing. far as the work, it's like I always say, it's all nuts and bolts, which pretty much is, and fittings, and such and such. But half inch, have a clue what them are. Nice, I got lifting eyes to pull the head off. I bet that thing is heavy. I don't know if that water net comes off with the head or not. I don't think it does. Best to try to put whatever nuts and bolts you take off right back where they were. That way you don't lose them, because I've done that a bunch. Like, oh crap, what bolt goes here? If you do this, you'll know. Sometimes it's a little harder to get stuff apart with all the nuts and bolts still in it, but if it's something you can, it's better to do that. And like these, they're just clamps for the fuel line, so yeah, you don't have to take them off, don't. And we'll have to take that temp sense unit out. Clean the crud off of it. And there is a lot of crud on this. Several people ask about that little mini truck I've got that I'm going to be selling soon. You know, asking what do you want for it, and it's like $6,500, kind of $6,500 the best offer, and they're like, oh my gosh, you know. Well, I mean, that's kind of the asking price for them things. They're better than a side-by-side. Well, maybe not better than a side-by-side. They are in some ways, but they're dang sure cheaper than a side-by-side. Even a brand new mini truck. I have a friend of mine just bought two of them. Both of them are 2022s and 2023s, I don't remember. He gave like $22,000 for them. It's like, you can't buy, you know, it'll cost you that much for a nice side-by-side, and that's without air conditioning. These have four-wheel drive, heat and air, and his even has backup cameras, forward-facing cameras. One of them's got a pretty decent-sized touchscreen in it with Apple CarPlay pre-installed, and has power windows and door locks and stuff. I mean, this thing's got pretty much every feature you'd find on a modern vehicle going down the road. I ain't sure about that. That's the problem with some of this stuff. It's so dirty, it's kind of hard to see where the seams from one part to the other is. I don't know. I'm going to say that water neck is a separate part from the head. Otherwise, why would it bolt into it? I guess we need to get a 7/16 on the other side. Looks like it's got a boss over there. And it's almost going to have the water pump off first in order to get to that. So, off with the water pump. So I guess we will be looking for a water pump. Take this belt off the alternator, give us just a smidgen more room. Oh, this old stuff, it's either 1/2 inch or 9/16, everything. Rebuilt the dang motor with 2 inches nearly. That should be enough to get the belt off, or not. Somewhere. Genuine Massey Ferguson belt. It'll probably never come out of that muddy mud hole. There's a lot of crud down in there. That didn't help a whole lot. I'm gonna have to have an open end 9/16 wrench. Yep, that was a fire truck. Hope it ain't a brush fire. much of an intake manifold, huh? That could be one of them, or the other could be for an intake heater. Head up as much as humanly possible before 9/16. Deep socket on there. These nuts we'll probably put back on there just to protect the threads in case something happens. We'll just start them on there. That's weird. Got two different threads on the... Well, I won't be able to put them on there because they're not going to stay put. We'll just have to be extra careful. Stuff out in the field in the grass like this, it's really a challenge to not lose stuff. Get that line out of the rest of the way. Oh, that was a half. Loader bucket. So don't y'all go driving off in this thing. I wish. Come on. Let go. Gimme. Gimme, Jimmy. Oh, stubborn, eh? Bust them off. many years. One battery went dead on it a couple of years ago. The other one's still holding strong though. It'll hold a charge. I'll tell you what we're gonna do though, so we don't run the battery down after 5 volts. So I've got the head just about ready to come off. I've got the skid steer parked over it, but I want to try to use the ratchet strap to lift it, because I don't want to just use the machine and go to pulling, because you can't tell, you know, how much tension you're putting on something, and you could end up really doing some damage. Fuel lines. Something in the back, I see it. May just be the studs. Yeah, that's what it is. There. I'm gonna have to take that fuel line loose. The half-inch never on the tractor. know y'all are itching to see what it looks like in them cylinders, and so am I. Well, that's not really... Oh. Solid copper head gasket. Huh. Okay. I think I see part of the issue is we're not pulling up straight. Yeah, she just jammed up on the studs. Alright. Let's gently lift that out of here. God, how long is that ratchet? Lift that up out of there, and we'll see about them cylinders. I guess I should have used one more screwdriver to hold the chain from sliding, but that's all right. Yeah, she's got some serious water out. Looking at the underside of that head. That one. That's the one we're hanging on. This one's got some crud in it, but it's not, the walls feel fine. It's just this one cylinder. I think if I can clean that up, we can get this bad boy to turn over. All right. Let's see if y'all can see that. That's just dirt. Dust and dirt turned into mud. You see that cylinder? That cylinder wall looks good. This one's smooth. I mean, they got a ridge on them, which is to be expected. This one's smooth all the way down. I think we're gonna have a runner after all. If I can get that one cylinder cleaned up, honed out a little bit, I think we'll be all right. She may smoke a little, but I think it's gonna work. Oh, now if I can get out of here without busting my butt, I'll show you all the head. See there? That cylinder was the rear one. Second from the back, third, and the front cylinder. This is the one I believe, yeah, it's got the most rust on it, but this side of the head has the most rust. I still probably gonna take this head some to the shop and let them clean it up, magnaflux it, just to make sure. And it'll help me out going back together with a nice clean head. Maybe even get them to do a valve job on it. But after looking, seeing the copper head gasket, that's I don't see it blown. That don't mean it's not though. It was dang sure torqued down. Huh. All right. We're going to end the video there, guys. I got to go get cleaned up. I got to work on the next project, which is moving the square body dually back out here into the field. I'm going to, since this is going to be a bit now, I'm going to lift up the Detroit diesel and get it up to the shop, see if we can't get it to run. And remember, it's on 24 volts, so I'll have to have 2 batteries hooked to it, but it is what it is. I've got them. So for now, if you get a chance, like and subscribe if you haven't already. And my glasses got oil and crap all over them. I'm gonna have this uploaded later on today, which, as long as this video is going to be in my connection out here, it probably won't actually be on YouTube until tomorrow morning, afternoon, maybe. It depends on how fast I can get inside and get it edited. But there you have it, guys. It's bad, but it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. 1 cylinder wall, I think I can live with that. I don't think there's any need of rebuilding this whole motor. I think we can clean it all up real good and hone that 1 cylinder out, and we should be ready to rock and roll. Work on other stuff. I'll get all this going and the transmission will be toast. Perfect luck. Anyways, till the next time, guys, we will see you later, and thanks for watching.